Hi, good evening, everyone. So tonight is another stream, just testing more equipment testing and just kind of show people how to do some keyboard stuff. So we start with this guy here. Tonight, prior to the stream, I already put a bunch of lube all up and down this cherry MX Blue switch, including this what do we call this? This lake right here. So there are reports saying that if you do this, your switch is going to lose some tactility, and but you know I don't learn unless I do it myself. So I loop this guy up and just gonna show you what happens. So let's put this together and listen to the sound. Make sure when you're testing the sound, you always put a cap on, because the cap also makes the sound. And this is compared to an unmodded stock switch. Let me take this one. So nobody complains about me standing this guy changing something. So it's very different, right? So this unmodded one has a very crisp, clicky sound to it, but the looped one, a lot more muffled, but you still feel the tactility to it. So effectively, you just turn a blue switch into a brown switch. So it's no loss. I mean, it's really just something to think about when you explore lubing the switches. So, but you know, if you So if you want to loop a blue switch without losing that tactility, then what you will need to do, let me open this guy up. Come on. I can't wait till my switch opener comes. Then I don't have to do this crazy thing. All right. So this is a, oh, this was my modded switch. So sorry, guys. Let's go back to the unmodded one. All right. So most of the people online on the forums says that you loop the switch, but never touch the legs. So let me adjust my screen a little bit. So never touch this little leg right here. So just do loops on this sliding mechanism right here. I'm gonna do this one to see if we can loop this switch without losing tactility today. So that's what I'm doing. Same on this guy. I'm going to just loop the bottom of the slider right here. Oops. And then a little bit in the top housing towards the left and right, where the slider catches the top. So usually I do it through the hole and try to scrape some of that onto this little ledge. This little ledge right here. Right. And finally a little bit of the spring. So let's put this on and see how it goes. Right. Alright, looks like this guy also lost the click and effectively turned into another cherry brown. So, okay. And now you know just if you really, if you have the cherry blues and you really value the clickiness to it, don't use the thick lube like Super Lube and do anything to it. You're gonna lose that clickiness and you're not going to be happy. Alright, so let's move on. I'm done with this whole cherry blue thing because I don't currently in possession of a keyboard with truly electrical, mechanical switches. But today, what I really want to show you today is I got the Super Lube oils, and I'm going to lube. I'm going to lube maybe this portion of the keyboard with just the oil. And I'm going to lube the middle section of the keyboard with a mixture of the grease and the lube. So yes, you can see that I saved it to open it on the stream right here. And let's do it. So I'm gonna pour it right into this cup. So it's a little bit milky, whitish, clear oil. Do I really need to use a new brush? No, not really. Even though I bought like $5 for 10 packs and on Amazon, it's just called Academy Art Supply. I'm pretty sure that's what everybody uses, even the experts, authorities. I think they use the same thing. So it's just is a very liquidy oil kind of thing. So let's start with taking apart this keyboard, and let's turn this off too. Yeah, this is my daily driver keyboard, so it's not like I have any collection of keyboards sitting around to do things. But you're looking at someone who's picking up a new hobby here. So this one. Let's just do the numpad. And it's very hard to pull the keys. Definitely harder than other hot swipe sockets. Let me pull these guys too. But I'm not gonna loop those. Just pull them out, get them out of the way. Some of these switches can be extremely stubborn. I think the housing design is a little bit lacking in that area, so that makes these switches very hard to pull, even though they have no connection with the PCB. The little catch that they make in the housing is just very hard. They make it very hard to pull. I find it easier if you just use the top as a leverage and then use the bottom to really push it in and then click and then pry it upward to at least do away one of the okay. Oh, this one is cute. So it sit top to bottom, but oh, come on, guys. You can't do this to me. So for these two, you actually have to remove the stabs before you can have access to the tabs. Let's see if I can take them out. So to take out the stabilizers, that's cute. Okay, that's cute. Okay. I don't know if you could do that. Okay. Now, no, I'm not gonna do these two then. I mean, in order for me to take them out, I'll have to open up the whole thing. Then from the bottom, apply some force on the bottom to push it out. All right. I think for tonight we can skip that. So let's keep going with this. Okay, so I'm going to lube all these guys with the oil, just the oil, not too much, nothing else. And then for this portion, I'm going to mix in the grease. And we see what happens. And these are linear switches, so I can just lube it all the way. There's no need to seriously worry about the tactility of it, which is a good thing, because you saw what happened when I did the So supposedly these we can there's a switch opener available for this type as well. It's called but these are called a box type opener. So the opener has two blades that just sticks into slot and expand them on the side like that. But I don't have it, so it's I did order it and it's coming. So hopefully next time. Let's open them all up. Oh, don't lose the switch. There's springs on me now. Whew. Open everything. So, all right, let's get started. I'm not the neatest guy around, so nope, not this guy. So I'll just follow my original plan and just put loops on all this top and bottom where the slider touches. However, this time I'll probably put less lube because this is oil and it's not gonna stick as well as the other ones. And one thing about these optical switches is that there's no need to worry about this, the spring leaves. Okay. You can hear that oil smearing squeaky sound already, but after a couple presses it kind of goes away. So let's start with this. Let's just put it in the socket and see how it sounds like. There's some improvement to the sound, right? So if you push these unmodded switches, you can hear the sliding sound. So a lot of people call it a scratchy sound. Sounds good to me. So let's lube up the rest of them, and we can do a banging typing test. Where did the spring go? Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have a proper setup. It's okay. I'll come back to it. I'll probably replace it with a 67 grab. It's okay. Alright. So alright, let's just finish up with this. Oh man, can't believe I just let a spring roll away into under the desk. Such a new mistake. Alright. Jeez. Now I feel so foolish. So if I can't find the spring, my plan is to replace this guy with a heavier spring. So that's why I moved that one out. Let's move forward. I'll try a lighter coat, see how it sounds. See the squeezy sound. So when you put in too much lube, that's the sound you're gonna get. What did I do? I'm so sorry. I just feel so noob. This is such a noob moment. What happened? I didn't go back to it. Either the stem fell off, or I just put a closer switch without a stem. This is crazy. What am I doing? I feel that you can save some step without lubing the stem itself. So because you already lubed these two housing that makes contact with the stem, right? Yeah. Hello. So had I gotten more expensive lube like the Krytox or the Triboses, then I wouldn't be able to lube the switch parts the way I do, because I will be finishing it in like a few, after like 10 switches. But since I got the cheaper, much cheaper Super Lube, then I can do more different kind of experimentation, and I think ultimately that's more interesting. I mean, the Krytox would be 15 ml for like $20, but this guy is like 120 ml for like $5 in US. I think I bought it for $7, shipped it. So I think, yeah, it's so much cheaper when you look at a different lube. Okay. Let me see if I can find the missing spring one more time. All right. Looks like I did find my missing spring that fell off the desk, so I don't have to replace it. Good. It's already 36 minutes, I can't believe it. Okay, so let's put the keycaps back together, and let's do a sound test. Oh, maybe these are reversed. So these are replaced. These are not. Hello. So it looks like there's not much difference in sound between using the Super Lube oil to lube the switches. So these are what I use for this group of switches versus this group where I use this Super Lube grease. Okay, so it still sounds like the grease is a little thicker, a little funkier than the oil. All right, so let's keep going. So I'm going to take out, let's say, take out this group, the IOP, these 4 16ths, and we're going to lube them with mixed. So let's mix them up together. So I have no plans to as to how to mix them. Just grab some of these grease and take a corner and just smear some of the oil in and mix them in. It's like just doing this, you know, your little science experiment. Yeah. So this section is all the oil, and this section has all the grease, and it looks like it's kind of swirling in together. That looks like a lot of fun. I hope you're having as much fun as I do, because I know I'm having fun. So I think if you plan to mix the grease and the oil, you should have a separate cup, and don't do it like me. I'm just playing around. So I think this session on lube is about It's about 2 part oil and 1 part grease. On the somebody actually emailed these guys, and their company, what's that called? So they actually emailed this company by I think, what's the company name? Synco, SYNCO, and they actually asked them, hey, can we mix up these oil and grease together? And they reply actually say, yeah, you can mix them. So I guess that's what I'm doing today. Right, hooray! So I have a mix of. I'll approximate this by maybe, like I said, 60% oil and 30% grease, and I'm going to lube up these 16 keys. So let's do it. These switches are so tight. I don't get it. It's like much tighter than the other people shows me. Like the one with the regular switches. The LK Opticals are very, very tight. I don't know, why not I just take this chance and do the space bar too. So let's take it out and do it. Hello. How are you doing? Oh, looks like I already lubed this switch. Alright, sure. Let's do it again. Wow. I think one of these days they should sell these switches unassembled, so we can just do it ourselves without first undoing their work. Oh, that's a lot. So once you do a mixture of grease and oil, and now your brush picks up a lot of the mixture, and what? I'll do all of them before I Hello. Yep, it's just me lubing the switches. Alright, let's put the switches back together. Tiny little hair. Maybe I should wear a glove next time. Where did my spring go? I found it. Alright, finally. Alright, so let me clean up, wipe off all the lube, and put this back together. So you know that these 6 keys in the middle still weren't lubed yet, but that's fine with me. So I don't need to do everything. And the top row number keys are not lubed. Do anybody know the keys? I know I don't. 0. P. Good luck with me. Okay. This is crazy. I don't. To be honest, I don't know the order of this key. Where the hell am I going with this? Oh God. Okay. Alright, hopefully that's the right order, or I'll just switch it back. And I also got a longer cable, because the one that came with Keychron is not long enough. I think the one that came with is about 3.5 feet, but my desktop is like all the way on the bottom of the desk, so I can't use it. So I lubed the entire most of my keyboard. This section is all grease. This section is all oil, and this side, this middle, is a little mixture. So let me turn on let me just do a typing test, and you guys can hear how it goes. Alright, you ready? Alright. Okay, 76 WPM. I gotta admit I'm not one of the fastest typer out there. Typist. So what do you think of the sound? Alright, so this side is with grease, this side is with oil, this side is with just oil, this side is with a mixture, grease, mixture, oil. I still think the grease sounds a lot better. Or maybe I just skip on applying the oil and makes a different sound. But yeah, I definitely like the grease a lot better, so I'll stick to the grease from now on. As far as what I do with this, I'll probably just use it in my workshop or do other things with it. I'm pretty sure I'll find some use. Alright, so hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for sticking around. Have a good night. And make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.